G'day Rifters and Dimensionaires. Here we are over on Greybriar for another Dream Dimensions one-on-one, and we are standing in a beautiful high lull that's usually lovely and pink and all that good stuff, and we are with Lils. Hey Lils.
Hi, thanks for having me again.
It's so great to see you again, and look at you in your nice outfit, a mix of the ice watch and the the Kayla and the costume parts. That's an awesome outfit.
Thank you.
Wow, look at this. I'm already excited. So as everybody may or may not know, Hylal is renowned for its pinks and its beauty and all of that lovely fluffy stuff. But you've built yourself a haunted house, haven't you?
I have. I've corrupted it up a good bit.
Wow. So if people don't know, and many may not, Lils was my first interview in her amazing Kestrel's ravine, and she built this gorgeous pagoda. How many dimensions have you done so far, Lils?
I lost count at 10, so over 10.
You are a master of dimensions for sure. You take them to the next level every time. So excited, so I look forward. Lead the way, and I shall follow.
All right, thank you. When you zone in, you just look straight up and you can see the entire haunted house mansion right at the entrance. And then if you turn behind you, you see our first creepy monster.
That is so cool. Googly eyes, and his big mouth there.
And then before we go inside, I want to take you down this path. This is what I call my murder shed, and this is where my neighborhood serial killer likes to bring all of his victims.
Oh, nice. Take me to the serial killer first. I see what you're up to.
We have a nice little well full of blood and bones.
I'm holding my breath. I don't know why. When some haunted things are going to happen, I just hold my breath. So remind me to breathe.
I can't guarantee nothing's gonna jump out at you.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, he has his little pet monster that he likes to feed the remains of his guests with.
Oh my, soaring bodies and half. That is wicked.
Yeah, there's quite a few places where there's blood and guts in here, so if you're squeamish, you might want to look away.
So I'll just run with my eyes closed. It's slightly squinted so I can see you.
All right, and then we go inside the house, and the first entrance on the right is a little sitting area, kind of like a little sunroom. You can see it's got a little dead bird in the bird cage.
You really take morphing to a whole new level every time I see stuff that you make. Your attention to detail is just incredible. Not only with things that you make, but like even your placements and arrangements. They're just really pretty.
I just really enjoy this, and if I can do good at it, then that's all the better, and I hope other people can enjoy it too. I love seeing other people's morphing ideas and seeing what everybody comes up with, but as you can see in here, I did the whole kind of chainsaw massacre family dinner area.
Wow. How long did it take you to build this?
It's hard to say. It only took a couple of days when I did it on the public test server the first time, but then I had to redo it because, as I said, they put a ramp right through the middle of this area, so I had to figure out like the best way to consolidate everything, and that was harder than the actual building the first time.
That is cool.
There's a little family photo of the Reaper that lives here. Got some organ pipes over here. And if you are able to set your graphics on high, I don't know if you can or not, but you can see like on the floor where the death spines come through there. There's like decay and stuff like that under the rug.
Nice. I discovered that the other day with one of those fire pedals. It's quite amazing the effect under the floor and on top of the floor.
Here we
Chewing on a
have the
bone.
family dog.
I love your use of the different coloured poles here.
Thank you. This door here to nowhere is really to my kitchen because I hate doing kitchens and bathrooms, so I've just decided to add doors and say that's where they go.
That's my kind of kitchen. Yeah, this is great, and the slope that you've got on it as well as the wraparound is incredible.
To the right, as soon as you get up the stairs, you have the nursery.
Oh my. Look at the little
Yeah, the
detail
little
on
guy
your
here
pillow.
didn't make it.
He didn't.
And here we have a little study area or a viewing window area and a little bit of The Shining scenario going on. Somebody had a little too much to drink, kind of went crazy.
I love how you've made your little scarecrow there too. You've used a lot of bones and stuff like that. I've never seen so many used. Of course, it goes with the theme, and it seems typical, but you've really brought it into every single room in every possible way, even around your plant holders and things like that. It's awesome. Oh, another puppy!
Yeah, he found himself another toy. Yeah, I really love the new items that they've come out with. You know, I'm a huge fan of horror movies and macabre stuff. I usually stick to more of the elegantly styled dimensions, but I just couldn't pass up doing one of these, especially in Hyrule where it's kind of whimsical and silly anyways.
Right, but most people wouldn't expect something macabre in a high law, which is what I enjoy about this whole thought of coming here. The fact that there was going to be something macabre in such a pretty place is what blows my mind.
Here we have a little attic shrine.
So you've got like hanging off all of these pink plants and whatnot. There we go, falling off. All these bones, so they're all part of the scenery.
Yeah, like I don't know if you ever saw an old horror movie called Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but there was this part in it where they had this cotton candy that would eat people, and it would just kind of dissolve them, and that's what they reminded me of. So I kind of wanted to give the feel that they were alive and just eating their surroundings.
Just like a temple.
Yeah, this is pretty much where the bones of the spirits and stuff that are unrest are in the house.
Creepy.
And then we have an area out back whenever you're ready to go see that.
Keep running into candy floss, it feels like. So, am I going down?
Yeah, just descend back down the way we came up, and then we'll go out the back door.
Wow, so much detail. And I just love how you make your whole, like, house and that fit with everything around it. Instead of hiding it, you blend it in with everything. Looks amazing.
I'm glad you liked the effect. I tried to get it to fit as well as I could in this small area. So of course here, instead of blood or wine pools, I've turned them into blood pools. I have another little monster that has his own little disposal area right in front of him of
This is
gore
his
and
posse.
gook.
So come near this and it'll eat you.
If you stand here and look down into the pool, you can see the little remains of several unfortunate souls.
Wow. Got an old fishing mat there. These grapes, whereabouts are they from?
And here we have some more little psychos eating some of the original denizens of the area.
There's just so much to look at in every single nook and cranny. And I can't help, I keep looking for the skulls now. Like, where's she put them? Where's she put them? Oh, there they are. Where are these grapes from? I didn't see them, I don't think.
Those are actually part of the dimension. They came with it. The only thing I threw in this area were the like some of the trees, the little mausoleums, all the monsters and the skulls and bones and stuff.
Nice. Looks amazing.
I have one more area in this place to show you if you want to follow me.
And how long did it take
Kind
you
of
to
a
build
little.
this?
It took about 3 days on the PTS, and then it took another week after I transferred it off of the PTS to live because of how they changed it.
So that's an awesome idea for everybody if you are doing things to save spending too many credits, to really get a good plan going. If that's how you like to do things like Lils does, is to go on the PTS first and set everything out there. You can copy characters over so you have endless platinum and stuff like that, and it's just a great way to plan. And you use Toolbox to copy everything and bring it over, is that right?
Yes, yeah, Toolbox is definitely a lifesaver to me. And here we just have like a little, kind of like a little witches communion circle area, but instead of witches we have demons and more scarecrow reaper ghouls.
I love the way you put lights in places too. It's the favourite thing that I like to look for, but the more and more people's dimensions evolve, a lot of it becomes about light and how you work with it and what you do with it, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, the last dimension I did was that I just finished is called the Temple of Light, and it's pretty much just one big tower of just crazy lights of the new boggling lamps.
Wow, I bet you've already started another one, have you?
Not a new one. That I did start working on redoing the Snow Lotus on the PTS last night. So I just finished redoing my Carnival, and now I'll be redoing my Snow Lotus this week.
So if you haven't picked up yet, and if you haven't seen Lils on forums, if you haven't seen her, are you a Midori on forums, or are you Lils?
On the forums, it's Midori. Yeah, I chose that name before I had decided my character's name, so I can't really do anything about it.
Right, yeah, I know that problem too. So she's very active, not only building, but out in the community, very helpful, always willing when she has the time to go and see other people's dimensions, offer advice, and show people her things as well. As a little treat, we're going to zip over to one of her first dimensions and smaller ones, so everybody gets a taste of things that you can do on a smaller scale, because all of our projects are huge and amazing to an extent. And we will pop over into one of your, is it Sanguine Shores we're going to have a look at?
Yes, yeah, it's I believe it's on Deepwood now, actually. Let me just double check that.
Nice. So we want people not to feel too overwhelmed by the awesomeness, because we do have some incredible builders and some projects are absolutely huge. So then you can get to see that what you're capable of doing in smaller, on a smaller scale. And Lils, as I said, has been a master of this, of dimensions, since the beginning, and every time you see something made by her, it just keeps getting better and better, and this is no exception. Thank you for inviting us here, Lils. Oh, I found a little purple guy with white eyes and big nose. He's cool. But thank you for showing us here as I switch cameras and whatnot to head over to back to my hometown of Deepwood. Home shard.
And thank you for visiting.
So this is, what's it called again, Liz?
Bright Lights. It's also under Lils. It's just on Deepwood.
Great, and what's the name of this one in Hilo?
Oh, and Hilo is House on Haunted Hilo. It's kind of a horror movie conglomerate pun.
Nice. House on Haunted Hilo over at Greybriar, and we'll see you shortly. So keeping in theme with Lil's love for movies and Lil's love for atmospheres and completely changing things, we are now in Bright Lights over on Deepwood. Hello, Lils. On a different Lils.
Yep, I'm everywhere.
Too funny. And why is this called Bright Lights? I haven't turned around yet.
This is called Bright Lights because it has a mogwai, or as people might know it, a gremlin or a gizmo. And from the movies, The Gremlins, and one of the catchphrases he said throughout the movie that, was his trademark was bright lights every time he was blinded by the painful lights.
Bright Lights. Look at that. Isn't he awesome? So awesome. I remember when you first made this, and when I saw it, I just laughed so hard. That is ingenious. Absolutely ingenious.
Thank you. I had such fun making it. It was actually for a contest. They were doing an animals contest or a creatures contest, and I'd done mostly building of houses or sceneries before, and I really wanted to kind of go all out on this one and do something really cool.
Wow, he is so gorgeous. Nice use of bear rugs. Got your old alabasters there, and a mix of the orange vase and so many other things. You got barrels in there, dragon scales, snow piles. These are all old objects before 2.3. So in here, and it is a Sanguine Shores. What's the capacity in here, Liz?
The capacity is 200. I didn't upgrade anything, and I've actually only used about 175 items in here. I had more before, but I needed some of them, so I stole some of them since the contest was over.
So those little white lights you put there yourself too, are they snow orbs?
Those are the blue source stones shrunk down to the smallest size, and they kind of turn white.
So it's these little things, these little touches that you do that adds to the whole atmosphere. It's like you might not have done that, and it might be that, but that little extra touch just adds to everything and makes it even more magical. And your use of, what are these called? The pink?
The spiral morels.
That's the one. That's, I was trying to dig that. It's been so long since I've seen them, and it's so nice to be somewhere in a pre-2.3 dimension and to showcase what people are capable of doing on a smaller scale and a smaller budget. And all of these things are available from the vendor except for your snow piles there. Is that right?
It should actually the trunk, the bridge that we're in, the log bridge is a fishing item, but then everything else should be vendor purchase.
Nice. So you've taken a massive, enormous log that you can get from fishing, closed the whole environment, and if you go this way, you can see a little bit of the sanguine shore. So it is doable to change a whole environment, which you do quite often in a dimension. And not only that, doable on a budget. All you need is imagination. I can't get enough of this dude. He's just the best. Bright lights, bright lights.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to enclose him like this is his little home, his seclusion from the lights. And over here we have a gremlin, or Spike specifically from the movies, trying to get in out of the sun. But you can see on his right shoulder blade there that he's starting to get hit by the sunlight and beginning to burn.
Wow, do you know I didn't even notice him when I came here myself?
Yeah, he's so big he kind of blends into the environment, I think.
Wow, he is wicked. Oh my gosh, how did I miss that? So, wow, that it's just taking it to another level again. And I can't believe I missed that. Smack my own wrist.
But yeah, just a simple concept, something, fun and challenging. The morphs on these guys were definitely time consuming.
For sure, the amount of items. Once again, Lils is a dimension master, morphing master, structure, lighting, the works. You are a one-stop shop for everything dimensioning, and I have not enough good things to say about you, because you're able to not only do the big projects but the small ones as well. And anybody that wants to see your stuff, it's a lot of it's on a lot of different servers, and most of your characters are called Lils, are they not?
Yeah, and usually on all the Greybriar ones, I've put Lils in the title if it's on an alt, so that you can just search by Lils. I'm going to eventually try and move them all back to Greybriar, but I wanted to play around with the fun stuff before I undertook the that side of it.
It's so nice that when I first met you, you were in a guild on your own as your guildmates stopped playing. It's so nice to know that you're with Radish over in Silky Venom. Great person, Radish, who has better homes and better homes and dimensions. I was about to say gardens because that's what I'm so used to saying, being from down under myself. And great site to stop in and look at too for all things dimensioning. So I'm glad you're together. Two masters in one place. That's awesome.
Yeah, Radish is great. Silky Venom's wonderful. They're all such nice people, welcoming, and I think me and Radish and Katar drive them a little crazy with our dimension talk every now and then, but for the most part, they're really supportive and enjoy our work.
And who can blame them? This is just incredible. So thank you, Lils, for showing us what anybody can have a go at, where you can take your imagination, how high, how small, how big and how wide, and how gruesome it can be for dimensions. It's been an absolute pleasure catching up with you. I know you're travelling soon, so I wish you all the best for your travels as well.
Well, thank you. It was great doing this, and I'm really glad you enjoy it, and hopefully I'll have more to come in the future and I won't run out of ideas.
You never will,
And
I
I'd
have no
love to
doubt.
hear other people's ideas.
Absolutely. I love how you encourage them to bring in more and more ideas. So thanks for being such a great pillar in our community.
Well, there's never enough Dimensionaires, that's for sure.
Faux show. So this is Kiwi over at Dream Dimensions one-on-one at Rift Scene, showing you two dimensions from Lils. This one's on Deepwood. It's called Bright Lights, or just Bright Lights. We were over on Greybriar looking at Haunted House on Hylol, and she is amazing. Thanks, Lils.
Thank you.
So here's what you don't do with Lils, and you don't go and look at her other dimensions because you know she's been up to lots and think to yourself, you know, you think you've seen the best of them all, and then she turns around and shows you something else she's done. And here we are over at her latest creation. How's it going, Liz?
Hey, welcome back.
Look at this. What's this one called?
This one's called the Temple of Light, and this is an Edge of Infinity dimension, although you can't really tell it's Edge of Infinity anymore.
You sure can't. Look at all the moss stones, all the landscaping that's gone on here. I came in here and I knew it would be incredible, but when I said I have to. I have to film this. I have to show people. This is amazing.
Thanks. I've tried really hard to make it to where it was, something that people could look forward to trying and being inspired by, since I know a lot of people weren't crazy about the space zone.
Right. So you've taken the whole space zone, turned it into this incredible feature, and look at these chords. I'm sorry, I'm in love with them. They are truly magnificent.
Yeah, I would have to say the some of the boggling items that they've added in are some of my new favorite items in the game.
Since I know how much time we've I'm just going to take off. I'm going to absorb and I'm going to ooh and ah, and here's your amazing stairs again in limestone, picking up all this wonderful light.
Yeah, I keep doing the spiral stairs because I can't really find anything else that I enjoy quite as much as them for ascending.
Look at you with one of my favourite plants, the new rust plant. They've gone all out, Earth have, with the new flowers and trees and rocks. And the colours that we have now available to us are absolutely incredible. And I love what you've done with the... trying to think what that's called. That's a scarwood one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the Scarwood Lucid Flower or the other one.
Right, and there's little mushroom puffs, I think they're called. Look at this. Look at this column. The carved wood, the limestone, the spheres going on, and the granite. There's just all of these new flavors, and the gloamwood, or moss stone, actually, in the tile as well. This is a wall, isn't it? Or
Yeah, these are the... Oh, I'm sorry, what did you say?
this this wall, is this a wall, the round part?
Yeah, it's the Gloamwood curved wall segments.
I would say the gloamwood stuff is my favourite. It comes through silver. I love what you've done with the wine pool up the top there too. That looks incredible. Turned upside down, looking down on us.
Yeah, the wine pools, they've actually got a pretty interesting bottom side texture as well, but I thought the top part would look better in this environment.
Right, I flip mine over and it's kind of empty. I love the spheres, what you've done with the spheres there too. Wow, Lils, just wow.
Well, thank you.
Man, so we zipped in here. Is there, I saw a path down the bottom there.
Yeah, it's not a really big area to explore. It was mainly just kind of getting the environment layout and setting for the temple, and of course all the lighting and stuff. That was my main focus on this one.
And what capacity is this Edge of Infinity that you've used? Did you max capacity?
No, I actually I didn't even fill up the fourth tier. I'm about 1,040 items out of 1,200, so I mean, I've got a lot more to play with. Although I can't really think of anything else that I want to put in here. I feel like I've accomplished what I set out to with it.
Look at all this moss stone, and I love how you colour your character and her outfits and stuff to match your your dimension. So this is once again taking dimensions to a whole new level, which Lils does every time she builds something. And this character is on Greybriar, and it's or is it the same character and you've just changed outfit? It is.
It is. Yeah,
Yes.
I have just as many wardrobes as dimensions, it seems like.
That's perfect. So if you want to stop on Greybriar and have a look at all Lil's dimensions, you're going to go nuts. This is incredible, the amount of light and the boggling lights that have been placed around to add ambiance to all the flowers and the plants and the moss stones themselves. Even the reflection on the pools, you might know that you're in an edge of infinity, but I don't think so. I don't think you can actually tell that you're in an edge of infinity even with the reflection in the pools. It's just incredible that you've taken something as full on as Edge of Infinity and turned it into something completely magical.
Thanks. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and I think people can see what they can do with this kind of space now.
Rock on. So thanks again, Rifters, checking out Lils. Added an extra surprise, then another one, and I'm going to stop looking at our dimension so this doesn't keep growing. Peace. Thanks, Lils.
You're welcome, and thanks again.